Association welcome to this 2024 event. This year, NTPA will partner with promoters and member states around the country with more than 120 events comprising nearly 200 sessions of competition. Track and track are pulling most prestigious events, most tenacious competitors. You look no further than the shield that's on the track. National event brought to you by NTPA's corporate sponsors, including Case IE, Max Filter, or Max Hybrids we'll hear from in a little bit, Wix Filter, Hot Shot Secrets we'll also hear from, Enderly Fuel Injection, Mac Turner, O'Reilly Cargo Parts, Cowtails, Midas Tires, Santico Lubricants, Ag Protect One, the U.S. Army Gun, Stopfire, the world's best fire extinguisher, and a multitude of fine supporting sponsors. We have 26 competitors to go down the track tonight. Our first will be our hot farm class. We have 8 of them to go. What comprises a hot farm? 9,000 pounds, a 3 by 3.5-inch turbocharger. In other words, the inlet side is 3 inches. All exhaust has to exit through a 3.5-inch. 20.8 by 38 tires and a 20-inch hitch. We'll find out who's going to be the best of the best. Remember, the distance pulled furthest in each of these classes all weekend long, total together, is worth $500. Ted Boyer out of Edwardsburg, Michigan, brings the Super John out on the track. Mark Mingham is our sled operator. He is set and ready to do that. This is major regulation 3 passes on the track. Well, if you remember, we do that for what reason? Why do we bring that sled out and make 3 passes? You remember? This is your quiz. You're going to fail. I flunked. You flunked is exactly right. We want to make sure everything is set. Make sure that the sled operates like we expect it to. Plus the fact that we can also find out what kind of surface we have underneath as that sled bites into the grouser bars at the bottom of the skid pan. So we do that 3 times. Pass it down the track. Make sure everything is working. Gives us an opportunity to put a sled finish, if you want to call it that, on the track. We grade it back, roll it back down for competition service. So, first man down the track tonight in our 9,500-pound regional hot farm class is Ted Boyer, called Super John. Now, this is a quiz. You didn't realize you're going to be a quiz tonight, did you? What does the first man down the track have going for him that nobody else does?
He has an option. He can take the pole, or he can decide to come back later and try again.
Good man. You passed the flying color somehow. I appreciate that.
50% isn't very good, though.
Well, we have the rest of the evening.
I have more time.
We have more time. There will be more next year. Well, I don't know whether it get easier or not. We should start to remember more as we go along. I appreciate having Ron here. He takes care of all of our local people. Does a great job of it, making sure that everybody has the idea of who's so important to Arcola Fire Department and make sure that everything happens out here on the track. All right. Ted is set and ready to go. You're right, though, Ron. First man up, he has an option. He can come back immediately, which I've seen only very, very, very rarely. Normally, if they drop, they'll drop to the bottom of the class and come back. With a class of 8, that doesn't really give them a lot of time to figure out what they need to figure out. But we'll find out here in just a minute. Cody's down here and going to give us our laser measurements. We'll give you our distances as soon as they come across the radio to us. Ted Boyer, Edwardsburg, Michigan. The Super John has to start with a tight chain. That's another thing I was going to ask you, Ron, but I didn't throw that at you. Has to start with a tight chain. The green light will come on the sled. That tells the flagman on the track that Mark is ready with the on-the-mark sled to begin competition. Now, what he has done at that point in time, he throws 2 switches. The switches then bring the air pressure up on the clutches that he needs to engage the box up the rail, and it also puts the transmission in gear. From that competition set, he is ready to go, but they need to bump the sled just enough to know that the chain is tight. We're seeming to have a little bit of an issue there with Ted as he's trying to get it figured out what's going on. You can spool it up, but it's not feeling like it's coming loose. Now, Marvin's down there, our director of competition down there, checking things to make sure that everything is all right with that particular vehicle. Step back. Now we're in gear. That's what we were trying to do.
How do I rephrase it 6 times?
Set up and ready to go. Gordon Liddicky said we're ready. Turning loose down the track of the green flags fly on both ends. First one down the track. Brand new track here. Thursday night in Arcola. Well, part of the rules involve the white line. Now, you're supposed to stay within the white line confines. However, Test Hook, he's going to come back, and maybe they're talking about, do we need something to pick the front end up? We'll need to re-chalk that line over there. That track's got a bite tonight, Ron. It's got a bite and it pulls to the right.
We definitely had some rain yesterday. Early afternoon it ended, but yeah, we had some rain.
285, 710. We are going to DQ that. We knew that was coming, but they're telling us from trackside he's going to drop to the bottom. Now, if there's damage out there, he may not be able to return, but we'll get him picked up and carry him off of the track. 285 and 710 with the DQ. We'll find out in just a minute. We'll hear from trackside.
So, Alan, I just got word. I know you people are very anxious and ready. The FFA has come, and they're going to be coming around selling those 50-50 tickets. Remember, whatever money they take in, you're going to walk home with half of it. In the last couple of years, we've been having some really nice jackpots. So the tickets are $1 each. You can get 6 for $5. But I think by far the best value, a wingspan for $20. You hold your arms out as far as you can, and as many tickets as it takes to fill up that wingspan you get for $20.
You could find a friend of yours that's got a big wide wingspan and use him to measure.
Yeah, if they find one in the bleachers, I think everybody uses him. So they'll be coming around selling those tickets. Flag them down. Get your tickets. Good luck.
Trackside Technical giving us a little bit of an update on what's going on. Maybe we need to change the sled setting a little bit, and that's all right because Ted is going to the bottom of the class. Tony Weber will be our number one, our Test Hook. We've made the change down there, see if we can basically lighten it up just a little bit. He was running very, very hard with that 285. It jumped out and bit him on that right-hand side of that track. I wondered when he started where he did. Over to the right-hand side of the track starting down, and I thought, you don't have any room to play. You don't have any room to get away from that line if it starts to move at you as it did in a big way, and he jumped off the sideline. 285 and 7 to the DQ, but Ted will be back. But now, Tony Weber is going to be your new number one with 50 Shades of Red. Beautiful machine out of Westport, Indiana. We talked about the hot farm on a regional, national competition level. Includes the tractors that weigh up to 9,500 pounds, including the driver. Engine must be from a two-wheel drive tractor, limited to 510 cubic inches, and must run the original agricultural head and one turbocharger with a maximum, as we talked about earlier, of a 3x3.5. No intercoolers or aftercoolers permitted. Diesel's the only fuel allowed in this case. Chassis must be as originally manufactured, and the hot farm must retain stock appearance with the hood and grill in place. 20.838 tires. Maximum drawbar height is 20 inches. Why is that important? That's what holds the front end on the ground. By making the adjustment in the hitch of the drawbar, changes your whole physics and approach to the competition level. All right, Tony Weber, Westport, Indiana, is our new number one Test Hook here. We get all the lines painted down on the other side of the track, and we'll be ready to go with this one, the 50 Shades of Red. The green light is on the left-hand post of on the mark. The green light signifying that Mark is ready to go. So we wait for the maintenance to clear the top end of the racetrack. Tony is ready to go from his standpoint. Everybody is lined up and we get green flags, what you want. There you go. Green flags are out. Tony Weber, the 50, Shades of Red, your test hook as we get underway with the second vehicle down the track here this evening. Somebody waving him off saying, no, shut that thing off. There is a problem you can't see, but we can hear it. And from the driver's standpoint, buttoned into that helmet, he probably can't with his head sock on as well. So somebody saw or heard something that they said, we need to make sure that this is right. So they told him to shut it off, and they're going to go out and open the side shields and figure out if there's something that they indeed did see or thought. I have a request for a tow vehicle. Distance recorded is 0.14. 0.14 distance of record. He's the test hook. If he elects to come back, which he probably will, we scared up a tow tractor someplace. It's headed it down the track here directly. Get him off of the track and we'll bring it. Oh, maybe we're going to slip in from the backside with a real quick tow vehicle. Raymond Hall will be up next with the harness horses out of Tiffin, Ohio. We'll find out if Tony Weber wants to come back. Raymond Hall out of Tiffin, Ohio with the harnessed horses. International. So Tony Weber is, in fact, your test hook with a .14. He did drop to the bottom of the class. We'll see him. If Ted Boyer can get back, he also will be at the bottom of the class. This is Raymond Hall, the harness horses out of Tiffin, Ohio. 13 with a 5:35 to the right for Raymond Hall. Lays down the run. Now we will have the two that we've seen earlier eligible to come back. We don't know why. We haven't heard from Ted yet. Tony has decided he will be back. So next up will be Chuck Schrader out of Columbia City with one bad buck. Joe Bromer from Brookville, Tim Jones, Brent Schrader, Darren Bomer also. That will round out the class before we go back to the top of the order and Ted Boyer and Tony Weber, our class of 8 regional hot farms here to run tonight. Modifieds will be back next, and you can see them already staged and lined up down there as we have 7 of them to run.
For those of you that are a little unfamiliar with the tractor pull, you may want to invest in some of those dollar earplugs before those modifieds come out, because it's going to get a little loud then. And most of us, we like loud, right? Everybody like loud? Yeah.
Calls this one bad buck out of Columbia City. Chuck Schrader in the driver's seat on this one. You heard us talk about Cowtails Candy. Proud to be a supporter of the NTPA to promote our nut-free sweet treats to pullers, fans, and their families. Cowtails. Hooked up as the chain dropped and the kill switch wire has been hooked up. Green comes on from Mark Bingham on the sled. Now we look down the track. Chuck Schrader knows what he needs to do, and that's right now is basically take it from point A to point B, keeping it within the line. Turn it loose. That's what it's supposed to look like. Point A to point B. Straight line? No, maybe a little straighter, but still looks very, very good. Chuck Schrader with a one bad buck will take over the lead. .44, 2:45, 3:44, and 2:24 and a half to the right. Here's your new leader right now with the one bad buck. The Buccaneer, Joseph Bomer out of Brookville. Tim Jones, Berrien Springs, Michigan, with one called against the odds. The Addiction of Brett Schrager, Columbia City, Indiana. And Aaron Bromer out of Brookville on I Got This, and then we go back to the top of the order. Scraper and Roller will follow usually right behind the sled as the sled makes its return to the starting line. And they will be in maybe a little different position at the starting line. Every one of our competitors can start that sled any place they choose at the starting line area. So we move it back and forth at the start line. Gives us the scraper and the roller the opportunity to put the competition surface back in place. And you can see that becomes, when everything gets rolling to a smooth degree, it will be a ballet that happens. Lining up at the center of the track as Joe backs the buck and deer in, and maybe a little left of center, but not very far. Utilizing the full width of the track, tomorrow we will have two tracks out here. They'll be a little narrower and they'll be right together, so it becomes a driver's game tomorrow. Getting a word from trackside technical that Ted Boyer, the first man down the track, is in fact broken and not going to be able to return. We do need to have the forklift that moved him originally. Like to have him pick him up, take him back to his hauler, if you would, please. Ted Boyer is done for the evening. Joe Bowler from Brookville, Indiana, the fucking deer. That we do have the loader headed out to help Ted get loaded up, or at least back to his hauler, so he can get things taken apart and be ready to go in just a bit. Equipment back down the track, and he'll roll up tight. Two attachments made to the back of each one of the vehicles. Before we ever think about dropping the hook in the hitch, we hook up that kill switch wire. Why? Because if something happens, a foot comes off the clutch, something goes wrong, we can kill the motor before somebody gets hurt. All right, here comes Tim. Well, the horses were pretty wild there. They crossed about 130 feet, and then all of a sudden he got full rein on them, and they came back the way they were supposed to. Against the odds, Tim Jones out of Berrien Springs, Michigan.
Don't forget, everybody, get back there. Elfin ears, jalapeno poppers, breaded pickles, the tractor taters, all back in the north corner. Beer tents back there. All your lineup of beers, slushy, the Cayman Jack's margaritas, $4 each, 20 for a six-pack. Make sure you go hit the concession stands, too. Those whole hog sausage sandwiches, just wonderful. I got to take 2 of them home tonight, Alan.
They give you something to eat for breakfast in the morning.
No, it's for my wife.
Oh, okay. 322-845 for Tim. 322 with 845 to the right. Brant Schrader, the addiction machine, up next. And then Darren Bomer comes back with one called I Got This. And then we will see Tony Weber, if he's able to return from his first hook. Modifieds will be next, and remember what Ron told you. You need your earplugs, believe me. It will get loud, and the nice thing about it, they're reusable. You can bring them back with you tomorrow if you don't leave them on the dresser at home tonight.
And only $1.
On the track right now. If you look around, you can identify the team that travels with this vehicle. Find the shirts that say Addiction on the back of it. Probably one of the sharpest dressed teams that you will find around. The Addiction group of Brant Schraders out of Columbia City. So 344 leads the class right now, and that is Chuck Schrader with a 344, 245 in the number 1 spot at the present time. Can Brant knock him off of his high horse? We'll see. One bad buck versus the Addiction. We'll find out if this is going to work. Green is on the sled. He's back to ready to go. Maintenance equipment exits behind. Here we go, chasing 3, 44 and 2. Got to do it better than that or you'll never get any plays. Short of the 100-foot mark, they'll pull him back. He has that option to roll back if he chooses to do so. Chances are he will. Yes, indicating there with that left hand. Pull me back. Mark, give me a tug back to the starting line if you would. We'll be ready to go. When the top end of that box hits it, all the weight comes down. Brant Schrader going to be, well, this is going to be interesting, but he's not close to the 344 of Chuck's, but a good pass once he got it lit. The 655 to the right, 301 with the 655, and we do need a tow tractor. We'll bring the little Ford out. Got one of those at home. I do have one of those at home. Handy as anything you'll ever want. Just absolutely unbelievable So we have two more to go, Darren Vollmer, and then we're going to bring Tony Weber back. Hearing from trackside that he is going to be making his return, see what he can get the chance to do out here with a little different start as he gets off of the line. 3:44 leads the class right now. Number 2 would be Joseph Bummer with a 3:35. Then we drop to 3:22 of Tim Jones. 3:13 of Raymond Hall, and a 3:01 of Brad Schrader. Most marvelous piece of track equipment that ever developed is that's on the front of the skid steer. It's basically a landscape rake, and it can put that back so quickly, so evenly, that all they have to do is put a finishing scrape to it and roll it down for competition purposes. Darren's ready to go now. We'll let him roll up tight. He has not done so yet. He's moved a little left of center, and I've been watching that change a little bit as they make their way through the class here. I think what they're finding out is each one gets a little further down the track if they start a little further to the left. That's at least what I am remembering as I've seen them start. Set and ready to go. The green is on the sled. Mark Bingham says we're ready to go. He has 5 blocks in the box that's moving forward, so there's 10,000 pounds in the box that's moving forward, transferring weight onto the nose as he makes his way down the track. Add that to the sled weight, you're talking about the neighborhood of 34,000, I believe, total. 29, 30, 34, something like that. Every one of the sleds is just a little bit differently. A lot of it depends on what the skid pan itself is made of, adding to the weight. All right, here comes Darren. Joe's got a 3:35, puts him at second. See how Darren gets along. Oh, look at here. Look at here. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Darren kind of put the hurt on everybody, with maybe the exception of Chuck. We'll wait for the tail of the tape, tail of the laser to get back to us, and we'll find out exactly what's going on here. Didn't quite get the job done. 3:38 and a 9. 3:38.100 for Darren. That's good enough for number 2 right now. Puts him in the number 2 spot with 1 left to go. That's Tony Weber. We bring Tony out. Westport, Indiana 50, shades of red. Very unfortunate pass to start with. Hopefully has that problem corrected and can come out here directly and make a good showing with that one. No, he has to be very disappointed there. And again, we're thinking about Ted as he gets things fixed to come back tomorrow with Super John out here on the track. 1 left to go. We'll move to the modifieds after that. If we can get a chance to talk to our winner tonight, whoever that happens to be, love to bring them up here to the tower and let them tell you what they think about the track here at Arcola. It's always interesting to hear another person's opinion.
Yes, it would.
There comes Tony, the 50 Shades of Red out of Westport, Indiana. Don, the dairy farm people are taking good care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good on you, too, by the way.
It's delicious.
I thought you were going to say that.
They
Thank
brought
you,
me
ladies.
over a
Appreciate
special,
that.
folks. I want you to look at this. It's called a full bowl. And it's really, how much is it?
It is for one scoop, it's $6.
$6. That's not bad. It's really good.
Green is out. Green on both ends of the track, and this will be our last hook of the class. Tony Weber, 50 Shades of Gray. Oh, come on. And he has unfortunately cashed in tonight as well. So this is the way they're going to work. Chuck Schrader's going to be on top of the 344 and 2. Number 2, Darren Bomer with I Got This with the 338 and 1. Joe Boomer with the 335 and 1 with the Buck and Deer. Jim Jones, 322, 845. Followed by Raymond Hall with a 313, 535. Brad Schrader with a 301, 655. And Ted marked as hooked and broke. And Tony Weber also with a 1.70. So we would look to talk to Chuck Schrader. Chuck, if you got a moment, love to see you up at the tower. Come and visit with us a minute and we'll talk about the track. See how you got along. We got a tow tractor out there. I've got somebody here. You go ahead and work on your ice cream. I don't have time for that. But I'm going to get Kyle up here from Hot Shot Secrets. Kyle, we've seen Hot Shot Secrets. Of course, I've seen Jason and those guys all across the country. They do a great job. This will be the first opportunity I've had to work with you. But let me ask you something specifically about Hot Shot Secrets. Everybody keeps saying there's always something new and different. What makes Hot Shot Secrets different?
Well, that's pretty easy. We really like to formulate problem-solving solutions. So we don't make any commodity-style products. We really look forward to finding gains, efficiencies, and solving problems. So that's what we make.
Okay, where do the ideas come from? Do they come from the general public? Somebody says, can you do this for us?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, one of our best places to formulate new products is right here. Working with the Polars, working in high-performance stuff, and we do a lot of product development with them. So can we test these products on these high-horsepower applications, we know they're good for the everyday driver, and that's who can pick up stuff from our booth.
All right. Now, my next question is, what's new? What is coming out tomorrow that nobody knows about yet?
Well, I will say we do have our new diesel performance race fuel available right here in the booth. It's NTPA legal and gives you the highest cetane content in the industry, and we combine that with the lubricity to protect these high horsepower engines. Now, what's coming next? We're going to have to do a couple drinks before we get to that.
Absolutely. I appreciate you being here. You're going to be here with us all weekend, am I correct?
Yeah, we are. We just finished up at Toma, and here we're going to be back at Marion on Monday, so it's a back-to-back polling for us. We love it.
Very good. Now, you have 2 tents set up at the end of the track.
We do. Right at the top of the track there by the big TV, we're giving out free samples of our everyday diesel treatment while supplies last. So in between classes is a good time right now. Come on down, and we'll give everybody enough to treat 100 gallons of diesel fuel with their everyday treatment free of charge.
Very good. Stop and see you, and tell them that Kyle sent you down there, right?
That sounds good.
Very good, Kyle. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your coming. We'll see you again this weekend, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Be here all weekend.
Very good. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it. Hot Shot Secrets, ladies and gentlemen. Go and stop and see them at the end of the track. You can see the green and black tent set down there. Right beside the scoreboard down there, this says Hot Shots on it. That's the people that you need to talk to, and Kyle is headed back there right now. Wait a minute, you polished that whole ice cream cone while I was gone.
Alan, I got a little more information.
Okay, what do you got?
This full pull is a bourbon maple ice cream, and it has bacon in it. Folks, this is pretty good. Right across the track, they're selling this ice cream. They've also got cheese curds. They got the original. They got some fiery habanero curds, roasted garlic, smokehouse barbecue curds, zesty ranch curds. So they got root beer floats. They're selling, I didn't know this, folks, I'm sorry. They're selling milk over there. You know, how often do you get milk at a tractor pull? But they do a great job. They do a great job over there. Chocolate milk, coffee milk, cotton candy milk. Never heard of cotton candy milk. Cookies and cream milk, moo mint milk, orange cream milk, and strawberry milk. Check it out, straight on the other side of the track. Go get some delicious ice cream.
That'll give you a chance to finish yours. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We talked about another one of our sponsors this evening, and that is Bex. Bex is here. Lucas has joined me in the tower, and while we're finishing loading the wagon down there, tell us about Bex Corn. I mean, we see these signs all over the country. What's so special?
So, you know, Bex is a family-owned seed company. We've been in business since 1937. We're from north of Indianapolis, just a little bit. And our goal is to help farmers succeed. We want to do what's best for our customers, and if we help them win, they're going to reward us with their business.
Absolutely. Now, when you talk about helping them succeed, as you spread out across the Midwest, you have to have a wide variety to answer everyone's needs.
So that's where we're very fortunate that we're a regional company, and we source genetics and traits from all over the industry. So we actually select hybrids that are designed for your acres and not hybrids that are based across the whole United States.
Well, I know where your home plant is because I go past it every once in a while. So it is one of those centrally located, and they can spread out, and they have people like you that are serving the customers across the country.
You know, we've been very blessed over the years. Bex is, like I said, family-owned, Christian-based company, and we've found that helping farmers succeed will lead to a successful business.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. Now, one of those things that not only do you help them succeed, but if they have a problem, they can call you.
That is absolutely right. We stand behind our products. We offer 100% free replant, corn, soybeans, wheat, and alfalfa. We're going to sell you a stand, not just a bag.
Well, that's true, and that is very, very important. Customer service is something that is disappearing in this country, and it's good to know that Bex still has it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate you coming up. You're going to be with us all weekend, right?
You will be here. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you. Wait a minute, Lucas. Don't go away. You're going to have to go to work. She's going to put you to work. She's going to throw some stuff out. What she's going to... Wait a minute. She's going to get the long arm guy to help her throw. What are we throwing out?
We are throwing out some complimentary Bex shirts. So if you would like a nice Bex t-shirt, let's see you throw those hands in the air and do a little bit of cheering for us.
See that? We're going to find... She's got an arm. I've seen her do this before.
Absolutely. Derek Jeter over there throwing with the jersey and all.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she doesn't back off. She doesn't back off. Now look at that. She's going to watch it. She's going to drop that to somebody right in front. I knew that was coming.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll see you the rest of the weekend. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate it.
Because we're going to need them now, folks.
Regional modified, 7,500 pounds, 30.5, 32. These are the bigger, wider tires, bigger, wider footprint. 20-inch drawbar. And basically it comes down to if you've got 3 engines on, you have to have 2 of them running. You can leave the third one on for weight if you want to leave it there. But you have to have 2 motors. You have 2, they both have to be in operation. So 7,500 pounds, we have 7 of them to run. Lucas Heilman, Ken Miller, the Bargees, and the Feises, as well as Wayne Kreider. 7 to run here this evening in our modified class. from Roanoke, Indiana, the Night Train machine. Just down the road, not too far from here. Almost calls it his home pipe pull. Well, you saw the fire come out. That's never a good sign. And it's never good when you shut it off either. $126,795 for Lucas. $126,595. About 90 feet, we saw that burst. It was almost a burst panel explosion type of thing. Gave us a flash fire, and it was gone just that quickly. Lucas Heilman, he's okay. Obviously, he's checking things out. 126,795. He is the test hook. If that's not serious, and we can run it back, we'll find out. Now, they lost the head gasket. So they said that won't happen, so we're not going to be able to come back. So, Lucas, you'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Get the night train put back together. 126,795. Head gasket popped, and that's what caused our flash. Ken Miller will be up next. He's going to accept that hook. He doesn't have much choice, but he's not going to be able to come back. Ken Miller on board the corn soybean special. Ken's been at this business a number of years. You'll recognize him when you see the vehicle. You'll also recognize the sound. There's something about his power plants that make a very specific resonant noise when Ken comes down the track. Then we've got the Margies with the jury, next generation, the judge, next generation. Todd Weiss on board the Snow Farmer out of Lawrenceburg. Wayne Kreider of the Double O's Plus One. Talked to Wayne this afternoon. He goes, well, still dusting some of the cobwebs out of it. Haven't had a chance to get out too much this year. And he said, we're going to find out. He said, I'm running it pretty fat because he said, we don't know. And until you find out how it's going to behave, you want to keep your parts together, and by doing so, by running the fuel pretty heavy, you don't burn near as many parts at that point in time. So Wayne will be out, and then Terry Weiss will wrap up the class here. Husband and wife out of southern Indiana, down in the Lawrenceburg area. Retired from the ski slope business. Perfect North Slopes is where they were, in Lawrenceburg. Now that you see the vehicle, you go, oh yeah, I remember Ken Miller. Moving just a little right of center down there. Ken's got it figured out where he wants to go. Thinks he shuts things off. Nope. Right into center. He'll roll up tight. Saw those guys a minute ago grab their fire extinguishers and start down the track to see if there was a problem. Those are Stop Fire fire extinguishers, one of the sponsors that NTPA has been very, very fortunate to associate with. Probably one of the best fire extinguishers you can buy on the market today. Stop Fire. You can't ask for anything better. Green flags come out now. We'll turn him loose. All right, Ken. See what you got, my friend. Afraid when he backed out of that to get it stabilized that he was going to lose his momentum, and he did. That bounce takes it away very, very quickly. Now we've got a load in the box. I counted, I think there's 8 weights in there, maybe 10. 231, 88. 231 and 88 cents to the right for $10. Knowing he's not real happy with that, but he did the best he could. At 80 feet, there's a go, no-go time. Do you get out of it and get back and try again? Or you try and get as much as you can with what you have moving forward? That's what he elected to do. So 231 and 8 leads the class right now as we look for the 2 bar Gs. Randy first and Derek will be next, the jury and then the judge.
Okay, we're going to stick out a last call for 50-50, folks. You want to get those 50-50 tickets, we're going to run out of time in a hurry. We'll have to get them all back up here and get everything counted up. So if you see them running around, get them flagged down, get those tickets bought.
Randy Margie, out of Ansonia with the jury. Next Generation, out on the track now. Have a little help from Derek. Derek's going to help him line up or make sure that everything is booked when he gets out there. You get all the boys out there and lined up. The turbines are ready to go. In regional competition, 2 motors, both have to be running. Virtually blind backing up. That's why you'll see someone out in front giving them a little encouragement in how far they have to go back and which way they need to move to line up in front and be absolutely straight. Why is that important? Because if you are not absolutely straight in front, when you tighten the chain and start down the track, if you have to take time and energy and wheel speed to line everything up behind you, you've wasted some time. You've wasted energy. That box is started forward. So you want to be able to get it as straight as you possibly can, get it a nice tight chain hook, and be ready to go. He's up. He'll snug the chain. You watch the green light. That tells us when he's light, and he is tight right there. Brother's out there checking to make sure Derek's going okay. Is everything ready? Looks good from this standpoint. Derek will be next. This is Randy. Looking it over, making sure everything looks right on the gauges. At this point in time, you need to realize that an engine is running almost 90% of its rated RPM at this point in time. To be able to run on its own without being continually spun with a starter. It has fuel and it will run. All right. Randy Bargy. This is the Jury Next Generation. And if you look at the left front wheel, it wasn't turning. He just picked it up and carried it down there and set it back down on the track. Randy Bargy with a nice pass with the Jury Next Generation. .328, 5.25 for Randy Bargy. 3.28 with a 5.25 to the right. Derek will be up next. And then Feist, Kreider and Feist will round out our class. Pro Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive 3.0 will be our next class. There are 11 of those. You can see them staged at the end of the track. We had the light pro stocks, the mini rods, which if you've never watched them run, it's a treat. It's a treat to watch. And the four-wheel drive trucks will be here as well. On Saturday, we flipped the four-wheel drive trucks for the two-wheel drive trucks, and everybody else remains the same. The classes we have tonight, you'll see tomorrow and Saturday, but then we'll add those other classes for Saturday as well. Keeping in mind, as Ron explained a while ago, the leading distance, the distance that's the furthest down the track, I'm not doing this well, you had it figured out, and you total everything together, it's worth $500. Am I close on that?
I think you're pretty darn close. Yeah. It can get confusing, but whoever pulls the farthest, all 3 days put together, is going to get that $500 bonus. Each of the 3 classes tonight, $500 to each class. Yes, we do have sponsors for those. Impact, I believe, is the sponsor for this class. Sorry, folks. Impact was the Hot Farms. That was the first class. C&M Tire is this class's sponsor. And then Quality Diesel is going to be for the next class.
A little different sound out of the judge. Turbines again. Derek Bargy in the driver's seat on this one. They got a little different sound, a little different size power plants too. Here again, 2 motors. If you have two, they both must be running in region competition. Both need to be running. Down there from Gordon Liddy. He said he's hooked and ready to go. Let's see how he gets along. This is Derek Bargy with the Judge. Next Generation. Job to try and drive that through the bounce. He did. It bounced on him a couple of times pretty hard, yet he was able to rein it in, keep it controlled, and take it down the track. Derek with the Judge. Next Generations. $3:16.595 for Derek. So Randy owns the lead right now with that 3:28 pass. Talking about our winners a while ago and how much they're going to get. Chuck Schrader from our first class in Hot Farm. Chuck, if you're available and if you want to, not going to force you to do anything you don't want to, but we'd love to talk to you up here at the tower. We got one of the Hot Shots gift packs that goes with that as well. So if you'd like to come and join us, we'd love to find out what you think of this track here at Arcola. Snow Farmer will be up next. Todd Feist out of Lawrenceburg. Wife Terry will be the last in the class. And splitting the difference, Wayne Kreider will be in the middle with a double loose +1. Just down the road here. What did he tell me? 5 miles, I think it is. He said he's from home, Cherubusco. So said he brought his hauler over this morning and said, I don't have to be here for 2 or 3 hours. He went home, took a nap, and then came back. I saw him when he got back. He looked well rested, I'll give you that. 3 classes that we see tonight, we'll see tomorrow night. Keep that in the back of your head, too. Feist out on the track. She will line Todd up to where he needs to be. They've discussed all this, and they have one vehicle between the two of them, so she may get a chance to hear what Todd thinks of the track advantage to having a couple of vehicles in the class gives you the opportunity to find out if there's anything you need to know as they come down the track and before your vehicle goes down the track the other way. So we'll find out here if Todd gets a chance to talk to Terry or vice versa before she makes the last pass. The restrictions of the roll cage are such that it's very, very difficult to see as they start to roll back. Barry wants to make sure he is parked in front, squarely in front of the buckboard of Mark Bingham's sled. At this point in time, Gordon Liddick's down there making sure that he can handle the final 3 or 4 feet. Terry's out to make sure that the butterflies are free. That sounds like a name of a movie, but that's actually to do. I want to make sure that the butterflies themselves are free and have not frozen when they're moving so much air past them that the moisture in the air will literally freeze the butterfly and not allow it to open. Terry's out, check that, so you can watch, and those butterflies ought to be fully open by the time he crosses 100 feet. Todd Feist out of Lawrenceburg, the snow farmer himself. Waits for the green flag to both ends of the track. Gets him. He's taking 328. Nice pass for Todd. I'm going to guess we have a new leader in the class. We'll find out. Not quite. 328, 395. Randy Barkey, 328, 525. Oh, it's so close. But now we know what Terry has to do. He's going to watch Wayne run, and then we have to see what Terry's going to do. 328, 395 for Todd. A very nice pass for the snow farmer.
If that's any indication about that $500 bonus, boy, that's going to be tight. That's going to be tight. That's what we like to see.
Over 100 qualifiers from across the country will converge in the Champaign County Fairgrounds in Urbana, Ohio, the 14th of September for the Enderley Pull-Off, NTPA's All-Star Invitational. You can find out more at allstarpull.com. If you have joined us in the past for Enderley, come back. If you've never been there, you need to put that on your bucket list of someplace you need to go. The entire fairgrounds all weekend long is full of pulling vehicles. And when we get started Saturday evening, we'll pull the regional classes, and then later on we will turn around and pull the Grand National classes. It is an evening full of competition, and there is more than $100,000 in prize money on the line for the Enderley Pull-Off. The 14th of September, it's a Saturday, Urbana, Ohio, the Champaign County Fairgrounds. Wayne Kreider, the Double Dubs +1, just down the road here from Cherubusco. Maybe you've been out a couple of times. It's been kind of frustrating. I think there's a lot of people that would agree with that sentiment as far as frustration down the track. and even getting down the track in some cases, whether it's getting all the cobwebs dusted out of something and ready to go or not. Fice making his way back down the track to help Perry get in line as Wayne Kreider backs in. Might want to stop at the NTPA merchandise stand. Do your motorsport proud and wear it loud. The officially licensed apparel. There's merchandise all over. NTPA on one side of the track, Arcola tractor pull shirts on the other side. It's all available right here in Branding Park. Wayne Kreider up tight on the chain. Gordon checked him out. The green is out on the sled and on the track. 2 left to go. Leading distance, 3:28, 5 1/4, Randy Martin. Well, he never promised anything when I talked to him. So, the double dose +1.
Give him a hand, everybody. Wayne Kreider right up here in Churubusco, real close. Big hand. Let's get him back tomorrow. Wish him a little better luck.
.156 and 69 to the right, 156 and 69. But he'll be the first to tell you, I don't think I broke anything. One left to go, that'll be Terry Feist, the feisty farmer. 3:28, 5 1/4 is the lead. Todd Feist in the number 2 with a 3:28, 3:95. Then we go to 3:16 of Derek Bargy. The 2:31 of Ken Miller. The 156 we just saw, Wayne Kreider, and the 126 of Lucas Heilman. So Terry Feist she's going to be in the money. There's no problem with that, regardless of where she places. Class of 7, this will be our last one as we move to our 8,000-pound Pro-Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive 3.0. Our last class to run this evening here on a Thursday night, a beautiful Thursday night competition here at Branding Park. Glad all of you could join us tonight. You need to bring your friends tomorrow night. They didn't know what they missed tonight. One, they missed some of the best weather I think we've had all summer as far as competition is concerned. Not obliteratingly hot. So we appreciate that. Terry makes her way out.
I think the weather's looking pretty good tomorrow, Alan. It might be a little warmer, but
Yes.
it's still supposed to be beautiful.
De-ice on the blowers. If you look very closely at the pink helmet that Terry has on, you'll notice there's a GoPro camera on top of it. A GoPro camera is watching the dashboard in front. They can analyze all of that data when they get done. Gives them some idea of what is going on that perhaps escapes the eye as the eye scans across. Or de-icer to make sure that the butterflies will be ready to open when the time comes and she calls for full power. Todd's off to the side. Gordon Lineker says, I think we're ready. Roll it up tight. Gives a thumbs up. Last one of them out. She had it figured out when the time she left the line. Terry Price. And there's your winner at 339, 695. The feisty farmer, Terry Price, places number one. Terry is in number one. Number two, also Randy Margie. Number three is Todd Price. That's your top three in the finish. A chance to talk to Terry if she wants to come up. That's up to her. We'll take the time to re-weight the wagon a little bit. Be ready to go with our next and final class tonight. 11 competitors to run.
We'll run down a few more thank yous. Big Cheese Sports Cafe up in Columbia City. Felger's Peat Moss, local. They've been around since 1953. DeHaven Chevrolet, longtime sponsor. You can check their vehicles at the north end of the track down there. They got, looks like maybe 4 or 5 trucks sitting there. Arcola Inn and Ale. Remember, they got weekend specials. $3 long necks, $4 U-Call-Its. Belgard. Products for your home landscape and patio needs. Great Belgard products at Felger's Peat Moss. Another of our fine sponsors. Young's Greenhouse and Flower Shop. Proudly serving Fort Wayne since 1873. Bailey Trucking. For your building, construction, hauling needs, check out Bailey Trucking. Quality Diesel Performance, providing the northern Indiana area with diesel engine repair, diagnostics, diesel performance products, transmission, and dyno. Check out their website for a full list of products and services. And they'll be coming up in this class right here. Preferred IT Group. Is your password? You're not alone. But you also are not safe. 43% of cyber attacks target small businesses. Protect your business with Preferred IT Group's top-tier cyber security solutions. McAllister Machinery and Rentals, locally owned and operated. services to Indiana and Michigan. Hostler Trucking, he's going to be coming up in this 3.0 diesel class also. Truck Maintenance, where customers are counting on you. Count on Truck Maintenance for all your commercial fleet, tractor, trailer, and forklift service needs. Be sure to check out here below the tower for the Arcola tractor pull merchandise. There's also one on the other side of the track that they have the t-shirts and earplugs and all those goodies also. Make sure you get back to the full pull lounge up at the north end of the track. They've got Miller Lite, Coors Banquet, Yingling Flight, Liney Summer, boy, that's a mouthful, Liney Summer Sandy, PBR, White Claw Hard Seltzer, Happy Thursday Variety, Twisted Tea, Heineken Non-Alcoholic, and don't forget those Cayman Jack's margaritas. Another big thanks go out to Bennett Enterprises, Kinfeld Group, United Oil Corporation, Ag Plus, the Allen County Sheriff, the Arcola Lions Club, Arcola Community Church, DeWalt Excavating, Fox Contractors, Kurtz Farms, the Mizpah Antique Power Club, R.L. McCoy, Steinbarger Welding, St. Pat's Arcola Knights of Columbus, and Brady Wright. We'd also like to thank Exhaust World, offering free exhaust inspections, full brake service, custom pipe bending, and more. Check out Exhaust World's ad on page 64 of your program book.
We finish reweighting the wagon for our next class. We're going to give away our 50-50 drawing tickets. $330 tonight. Now, I will grant you, it is not the biggest pot I've ever given away. It is bigger than some.
That's more money than I came with.
There you go. Return on investment. Stop and think about it.
Andrew's walking out here right now out in the track. They got the big bucket full of tickets. They're going to draw one out. I know I had one person tell me he always bought every color because he didn't want to be out right away when they didn't have the color. So,
well, the good thing is he didn't have to buy 6 colors tonight, only 2. All right, shake the bucket up and pull the ticket. Someone's really gonna like me, and everyone's gonna hate me. Blue ticket 477077. Blue ticket 477077. I'll meet you by the bottom of the tower.
Hey, he's put his hand up. He's a pretty happy guy. All right, come on over. Claim your prize. Bring your ticket with you, please.
You can get over here. You'll just have to go the long way around, but you're more than welcome to. Have to go a long way around. First of our 3.0 classes.
Okay, I got a quick announcement real quick. The elephant ear lady says we've got about 150 elephant ears that need cooked up. So elephant ears are going for $3 a piece right now. Elephant ears, $3. Till they're gone for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow.
Frank Kruger. It's off to a good start. First of 11 in the class. Frank Kirker comes out of Bailey, Michigan. One entitled The Smoke Show.
Don't forget to check that ice cream out over there on the other side of the track also. That was mighty good stuff. Also, the cheese curds, maybe some ice cold milk sounds real good tonight too. Peter's Dairy Farm.
348 and 38 cents to the right. 348 with a 38 for Frank Kruger. Nick Sam up next in Stryker, Ohio, with one simply called Frank. Oh, I had a feeling if there's going to be anybody show up tonight to talk, it would be my friend from Lawrenceburg, Terry Feist, the Feisty Farmer. Ladies and gentlemen, great pass. Are you feeling good?
I am feeling amazing. It ran. Woo!
I think so. When you came off the line, I mean, there was no question. It looked good. It sounded good. And Todd can't hear me. Todd was happy, too, the way it came down the track.
Well, there's a story about that, of course.
Of course.
Those of you that watched me last year, I beat the steering wheel to death because it didn't run. Tonight I beat the steering wheel because I won. Woohoo!
Now he's standing he's trying to ignore us is what he's trying to do. I know he's standing out and listening to all this. But no, exactly right. Nicely done. What do you think of the track?
Well, for me, the winners, it's always great. When the winners win, it's a good track. When the losers lose, it's a bad track. But tonight, it was consistent for me. The only problem I had is my throttle was sticking tonight when I came out to set up, and I was worried it was going to grab. And it worked itself out once I hit it. But just easy wasn't going to work. It was too jumpy.
Well, I noticed they were making sure that everything was freed up, everything was not iced over and ready to go, and I've just learned that in the last couple of years. I always thought it was another can of ether that we were spraying in, until somebody said, no, that's antifreeze, we're making sure.
Yes, de-icer, like you use on your window in your car.
Exactly right, but it burns, so that's fine.
Right.
Well, congratulations. Hot Shot Secrets has a gift box of products for you. Congratulations and well done. You're well on your way to that $500 before this weekend's over.
Well, we never win the big bucks, so we got time to screw that up.
We'll see if we can stir that up in good shape. Terry, congratulations. Good to see you, as always.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out, y'all.
Good enough. We'll see you tomorrow. Take your Hot Shots package with you, Terry. We appreciate that. Thank you much. See you tomorrow.
Okay, Andrew, over to you. He's got our 50-50 winner tonight.
All right, so what's your name and where are you from?
Jim Scora. I'm from Arcola, just across the street from the school.
So you don't have to come very far for this.
No, I don't. I walk over.
Well, there you go. That makes for kind of an easy night.
Yep. Yes, it does.
So you've been buying tickets for how long?
25 years now.
First time you've won?
First time I won here, yes.
How many tickets did you buy?
I won an armful tonight.
So you took the big wingspan and it paid off. Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting the Arcola National Crooked Tractor Bowl. And I will give you your cash.
Okay, thank you.
Local guy, that's great.
Frank out. Nick Sam's got that figured out, dials that in, takes it right straight down the track. Out of Stryker, Ohio comes Nick Sam with one called Frank. $358,665, 358665. Remember to tomorrow we add the Light Pro stocks, the minis, and the four-wheel drives. And on Saturday, we have the Light Pro stocks and minis and the two-wheel drives, in addition to the classes you've seen here tonight. 3.0 class, 8,000 pounds, 460 cubic inches power plant. 3.0 on the inlet side. Making a difference in the exhaust, but just the inlet at 3.0, 26-inch hitch height. Very important to this particular class, because if you watch as they start down the track and that vehicle starts to pull down, the vehicle will pull down to almost level. And that's exactly where they want it, because it gives all four tires an equal contact to the ground. CW Cardinal comes out of Monticello with the most hated. Be our next vehicle up. Robert Widman, Jared Glover, Christian Koenig, Brian Shue, Adam Halen, Jeff Hostler, Kevin Temple, and Jake Widman. Those will be the class. Get underway tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as well. Gates open at 5:30. Get something to eat and find your favorite seat. And I kind of echo what Ron said a while ago. I remember last year very distinctly, everybody was picking up their trash and keeping things clean. I've already seen it happen here tonight, Ron. They're picking things up, and it makes things so much nicer for the people that come in tomorrow. They look at a brand clean venue.
And you're exactly right. And you know, nobody wants to do that dirty job. And we have some people that have done it for a long, long time, and they just really appreciate it when everybody takes care of their own. It makes their job so much easier. One other thing I need to talk about, somebody found a hat. If you're missing a hat, come up here to the tower. I might have it for you. Well, I'm not going to take it, but give me a little description. I think you know what it might be, and we'll save your hat for you.
Out of Monticello comes the most hated. CW Cartmel, the driver's seat. 358 leads the class right now. 358. And as I look down through the rest of the class, I'm going to say we've not seen the winner. Let's run on a limb here and say we have not seen the winner in this class yet. I'm going to predict it, but I don't think we've seen it. All right, CW. Whiplash there at the end to see if he could get a little more, and it didn't really pay off on him. But he lays out a nice pass. Don't confuse the numbers. 345 with a 435 to the right for CW. Republic, Ohio, the boosted Robert Whitman is next. Jared Glover, Kristen Koenig. Brian Shue, our next one's in order. Class of 11 here to run tonight. Defined Case IH Farmall tractor for more than 100 years. Discover the power of red. Case IH, our presenting sponsor, RFD TV, each and every week. If you're looking for a refreshing change, say goodbye to sluggish performance and reach for the one you won't have to slow down. The experience, the force of clean, pure oil coursing through your engine. Cursing or coursing. No matter what you drive, Wix Filter, the clear joy, no filtration that works any better or any harder than you do. Wix Premium Filters. Performance starts here. At Mac Trailer, the state-of-art research development team works rigorously testing every product to ensure durability and performance. They use thorough testing procedures to exceed the highest industry standard. Big thanks to Mac Trailers. And 1-4 vehicle batteries is weak and needs to be replaced. Now don't risk getting stranded by a bad battery. Have your battery tested for free today at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Robert Whitman, Republic, Ohio, the one called Boosted. Leading distance at 3:58, 6:65. Nick Sam. Tops out. Mark drops anchor and says, whoa. He means whoa now. You try and take it a few more feet. And that's just exactly what Robert did.
Couple more quick thank yous from Pierre's Party and Tent Rental, offering a large selection of tents, seating, lighting, dance floors, mobile restrooms, and staging. This year's tents provided by Pierre's Party and Tent Rental.
354, 245 for Robert. 354 with the 245 to the right. And that puts him in the number 2 spot right now. Jared Glover up next.
Acorn Real Estate Professionals. Work with a realtor who works for you. A knowledgeable and experienced realtor professional is ready to work with you. Contact Acorn Professionals. See their ad on page 57 of the program book. C. Henry Steel. For all your steel needs, visit C. Henry Steel. Cedar Creek Meats, this year's processor for our whole hog sausage sandwiches. Stop by Cedar Creek Meats in Leato and check out their retail counter. Schaefer's Indiana Turf on Washington Center Road. Sells made in USA Gravely and Ariens equipment. Family business over 100 years. Fourth generation business. Does full service on all makes and models. If you grow it, mow it, or blow it, Schaefer's can help. Thank you. Okay.
Mitas is a division of Yokohama Tires Northwest, headquartered in Spartanburg, North Carolina. Designs and sizes for agricultural equipment and material handling machines, construction vehicles, and motorcycles. Mitas products meet demanding standards for quality, wear resistance, and performance. Quality and reliability are a moving force for the Mitas brand. Mitas wants to meet the requirements of its customers and help them keep pace with the dynamic world of agriculture, construction, moto, and aircraft and truck tires. Mitas, the smart partner for your success. For more information about Mitas Tires, visit mitastires.com.
Those $3 elephant ears, folks. $3 elephant ears while they last.
Granville, Michigan, 1996 Dodge Ram 2500. He brings to the track. Jared Glover now leading class. Now Nick Stam still sits there with a 358 and change. For Jared, 322 and 175. 96 Dodge Ram. That's the halfway point through our 3-0 class. Christian Koenig up next. Brian Shue, Adam Halen, Jeff Osford, Kevin Temple, and Jake Whitman. choice seat and visit with our merchandisers around, whether it's Hot Shot Secrets or the NTPA merchandiser or whoever's around. I'd be glad to visit with you. Bex is going to be here. We heard from them a while ago that they're going to be here all weekend long, so you might visit with Bex or Hot Shots or merchandiser, or maybe, just maybe, and I look here at Ron, and he has already beat me to the punch. He already has that beverage of choice before he makes his way home this evening. Now, I did notice that you did order your to-go. Somebody's going to be very happy when you get home tonight.
to the right, 350 the 35 to the right for Christian. Brian Shue, Adam Halen, Jeff Hostler, X3 up in order. for this evening on a Thursday night. Look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow evening on a Friday night at Brandon Park. Requested the opportunity to try something once we finish this class, so we'll have to put a little more weight in the sled and weight mark down a little more, and we'll see what the double dose plus one can do out here on the track. Something about the throttle cable slipped, and Wayne is quite certain he has that fixed, but he wants to see if that is all his problem, and the only way to do it is tie it to the sled and turn it loose. So hang on, when we get done with our 3-0 class, we'll bring the double dose out and see what happens with that one. But it'll take us a couple of minutes to re-weight things so Mark can get him stopped. But 5 left to go here, and then we'll bring Wayne out. In Columbia City, Indiana. Touch with NTPA champion pulling any way that you would like online. NTPA's official website, www.ntpapool.com, is your online home for schedules and standings and results and reports. You can find us on Facebook, NTPA Truck and Tractor Pulling. To connect with updates, photos, videos, and links to your favorite competitors and events, follow us on Twitter, NTPA Pool, and on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Let social media make you a part of NTPA Championship pulling all the time. Brian Hsu has the green all the way across the board. Bounce too much, I'm afraid, my friend. One bounce too much. With a 5-8 to the right. 300 with a 5-8 to the right for Brian Hsu. National Contingency Program reward competitors in all divisions. The NTPA Championship Pulling Circuit. Total value of cash, service, and merchandise offered to qualifying top finishers in the classes exceeds $500,000. Companies participating in this program include Bill Miller Engineering, Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Jane's Machine Shop, Aisley Machine, Scheid Diesel Service Company Incorporated, SCS Gearbox and Pro-Bell Racing Products, and Stopfire, the world's best fire extinguisher. That's 7 great companies who made a commitment to the NTPA and its participating teams. So competitors seeking out your high performance needs, remember to support these companies that support you. Called simply The Wrecker. Out of Fort Wayne. Out of Halen. Out. And it spools it up. 460 cubic inches comes to life. Looking good, Adam. And 28, there's your new leader. 360 and 28 for Adam with the record. Nick Stam falls to second place with a 358, 665. This is Jeff Hostler, Columbia City, Indiana's flirting with disaster.
Jeff Hostler, one of our fine major sponsors, an Indiana Transport Company.
365. They keep right on going. Jeff laying down a great pass. There's your new number one, 363 at 87. 363 at 87.
Hey, big round of applause for one of our sponsors, Jeff Hostler. Good job.
Between first and fifth right now is 13 feet, roughly the length of the vehicle.
That's great. Look at that $500 bonus. That's not very much. And there's 2 nights to make that up, so that's going to be awesome. I hope y'all can come join us. That's going to be quite a competition.
Resurrection and Jake Woodman with Under Pressure. You know, this coming Tuesday night at 6:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to RFD TV to watch Pulling's longest-running weekly series presented by Case IH, the official farm equipment brand of the NTPA Championship Pulling. Can be viewed 3 times each week on DirecTV 345, Dish Network 231, AT&T 568, cable systems nationwide, on demand at watchrfdtv.com. The Resurrection vehicle of Kevin Temple out of Bryan, Ohio on the track. Now we know what we got to do to get in top 5. In the top 5, you got to break 350. If you want to get in the top 1, you got to reach almost 365. One more after this and we'll wrap things up. Remember what we asked you to do, and I've seen most of you doing it very well. Please pick up trash. Keep things cleaned up for us. It makes everybody appreciate a clean venue when they come in tomorrow. And you're going to be back tomorrow anyway. So you might just as well help us a little bit. Get everything cleaned up and we'll get it away at 7 tomorrow night. 5:30 the gates open. And we will have 6 full classes. We will be on 2 tracks tomorrow night. It will be non-stop action here at Branding Park. So make your way back 5:30 and we'll be ready to go by 7 and everybody will be down the track rocking and rolling with 6 full classes tomorrow night. The 3 that you've seen tonight, as well as the limited pro stocks committees and the 4-wheel drive. Kevin Temple with the one called Resurrection. Sound good, but it's fixable. Let's put it that way. Given the sound that we do need a hook. Given the sound I heard, it was not drivetrain, it was not that type of thing, but we can fix it.
And Alan, thank you very much for the plug, but I do want to correct you. Gates will open at 5. Not 5:35.
Okay, thank you. So that's okay. That gives them a lot of time to get their choice seats chosen.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it gets them guys cooking sausage sandwiches a little earlier. Yes, exactly.
Something about food. You seem to bring that up a lot, Rob.
Well, you know, I get here 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so by 5 o'clock I'm ready.
320, 365 for Kevin, 320 with a 365, and under toe off of the track. 1 more to go, and that's Jake Woodman. Tiffin, Ohio's Under Pressure.
27th, and 28th. That's June 26th, 27th, and 28th, 2025.
With one left to go, I want to say thank you to Ron, helping us out here tonight, taking care of all the local people. It's nice because, not that I can't, but I don't know them like you do. And it makes a difference when it's sold by someone who knows them.
And I do know a lot of these. I really do. And it's awesome to see them come out and help this community, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Till a couple of years ago that our sponsor from Exhaust World, I've known him for a long time and didn't realize that that was his company and stuff, so great.
Last one out of Tiffin, Ohio. To whether they're moving left and right on the starting line, but everybody has a nice area that they like to operate out of. He has chosen just right of the center line on this single track. Tomorrow night it'll be a little different story because we'll be a little narrower as far as competition area is concerned. Here's the last one, Jake Whitman. Got to be 363 and 87. Driving it through the bounces, makes it work. Makes it work, we'll see. $359, $460, $359. 460, which is going to drop him into the number 3 spot.
Once again, folks, thanks a lot for coming. Please be safe going home. If you see some trash on the ground, if you wouldn't mind picking it up, putting it in a barrel, we sure do appreciate that too. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Hopefully get to see everybody Saturday. Be safe, folks.
Here's the way they finish as we re-weight the wagon. Remember, we're going to bring Wayne back out and see what he's got figured out with his vehicle. The double dose will weight the wagon down a little bit, change that, give him a little more to pull. Here's the way they finish. Jeff Hostler finishing number 1 with a 363.870. Adam Halen number 2 with a 360 and 280. Number 3, Jake Whitman, 359.460. Number 4 goes to Nick Stam. I thought he had it pretty well dialed in. It was a 358.665. Robert Whitman next with a 354.245. Christian Koenig, 350 and 350. And then comes Frank Krieger with the Smoke Show with a 348.380. C.W. Cartmel with a 345 435. Jared Glover with a 322.175. And Kevin Temple. Brian with a 320.365. And Brian Shue rounds out the class with 300 and 58. As I said early on in the class, we had not seen the winner. So there we are. Congratulations to our winner. Don't run off. We'll see what Wayne's got going on. You can't all leave at once anyway. But please be careful as you do make said, we open the gates at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, and we'll be ready to go by 7. So come back and see us. Bring your friends. Bring a busload. I mean, we'd love to see you. We would love to see you. And get some of the finest food you're going to find around. I mean, there's nothing like a whole hog sausage sandwich outdoors.
Yeah. Grilled over charcoal, right?
Absolutely.
And you're smelling it all the time before you get to